All right, so Stephanie, what can everyone expect when they come to Potts Banquet Facility on June 16th?
A great time with yours truly, Stephanie, and my all-star Hunky Road Band.
Where does the band come from?
Well, Parks will come from Michigan and also from Cleveland. Yes.
And how long have you been performing with these musicians?
Well, quite a while, you know, and like I said, I've been performing throughout the years. My mom and I always played with the top Chicago bands. And then later on, we formed our own band. And now it's Stephanie and her Hunky Band. Yes.
Talk to me about your mom and how the relationship, not only with your mom, started with music, but how it grew over the many years.
How it grew, I'll tell you. I remember my mom and her mother, which her mother's name was Stephanie. And my mom played the accordion, and they used to go and sing together, and they used to play the Polish records at home. That's when I was small, growing up, and listening to all that. And Little Wally was the in thing, because my mom originally was raised in Chicago, Len area. That's where my grandma and grandpa came from. When they came from Poland, they went to Chicago. And like I said, and then we used to watch them and listen to the records and so on and so forth. And then, you know, then my mom took me to see Lil Wally one time. And when I seen him play the concertina, that's what I wanted to play.
How old were you then?
Oh, probably about 7, I would say. Yes, yeah.
So when did you start performing with your mother?
Well, our first recording was done in Chicago in 1967. It was a 45. Then in 68, we did an album. Yes.
There's a lot of Polish people in Chicago. And
oh,
Milwaukee
yes.
And Buffalo.
Oh, yes.
And so how did you get from Chicago to Buffalo?
My father. My father was in the picture with us too, because he was the driver and he was our road. He set up all the equipment when we played with our band. And he took care of all that department.
But you were living in Chicago?
No, my mom was from Chicago.
Oh,
I was born here in Buffalo.
I see. Okay.
Actually, my father came from Buffalo also. My grandpa got a job from Chicago to the steel plant here in Lackawanna. And my mom located here with her mother and a family, and they remained here in Buffalo area.
So a lot of our fans that are watching do remember when Wanda and Stephanie were performing, when you were performing with your mom, and you know, give us some of the songs that you performed, that your mom wrote.
Oh my God, I could tell you. Number 1 hit was Lover, Oh Lover. Come Back My Johnny was in 1969. Kiss Me Sweetheart was in 73. And it was My Polish Lover came in the picture. Knock, 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 Come to Me. I mean, the list could go on and on and on and on. And like I said, my mom and I wrote so many songs. That's where I got the capability and from her legacy to continue on writing my music after she passed away. So we wrote a lot of songs. They became songs of the year for the IPA. And like I said, there's so much out there. A lot of bands record the music of Wanda and Stephanie. You know, so there's a lot of songs out there. A lot of songs.
When did your mom pass, Stephanie?
In 1996.
And how long were you performing before your mom passed?
Oh, probably, I would say probably be about 20, 22 years. Yeah.
So your relationship with your mother was that of mother-daughter?
Oh, yes.
Collaborators in
Oh, absolutely. She was my mom, and she was my friend, my singing partner. You know, she led the band with me. We wrote songs together. My writing partner. You know, she wrote the lyrics. I wrote the music.
Did you ever disagree?
No, really, because we always got together because we always liked the same things, like mother, like daughter, right? As they say, right? Yeah. So my mom and I really got along very well. You know, we loved doing the same thing.
What continues for you to be the motivator to continue to perform?
The people. The people. Because people come out, and when they come out to my dances, I draw the crowd. Like I told you about Mother's Day. I played Mother's Day just a couple weeks ago up in Wisconsin area. I was Minnesota on Saturday and in Wisconsin at the Blue Top on Sunday. And it was Mother's Day, and a lot of people go, you know, we'll take their moms out to dinners and all that. And I said, I don't know. You know, Mother's Day is kind of tough. You know, and like I said, the crowd, before I even started playing, standing row only, the place was jammed. Over 400 some people. I mean, really nice to see that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
We'll expect a lot of people to come to Potts, and you've played Potts, I'm sure.
Oh, yes, I played Potts many times. We used to pack that place. And like I said, you know, the thing is, as long as people know that I'll be there, I'm sure we're going to have a great crowd. I'm sure.
So if people bring their albums, you'll sign them?
Oh, yes. Like I said, oh, yeah, there's people that, like I say, the people are really hungry for the honky style polka music. That's what I play.
So that's what your definition of the Stephanie style of polka is, honky style.
Honky style, yeah, honky style polka music. That means real Polish music, like Lwowie used to play, yeah.
So on Potts at Banquet Hall on June 16th, you'll be there, and we're going to do 4 shows.
4 shows.
And one of those shows is going to be in tribute to your mom. Tell us about
Absolutely, and I'm very excited about that. That's going to feature some great music of Wanda Stephanie. It'll be impossible to play all of them, but I'm going to play some of my favorites and some of the songs that were inducted into the IPA Music Hall of Fame, the best songs of the year.
And IPA's, what is that?
It's IPA, International Polka Association out of Chicago. My mom was inducted in 1999 in that Hall of Fame. I was inducted in 2010 at the IPA Music Hall of Fame. And I got to tell you, share something with you right now. In 1999, my mom was inducted. She died in 96. She was inducted in 1999. And I came to Buffalo. I knew about the Chicago one because they called me up and they told me about my mom's Chicago Hall of Fame. She's going to be inducted, which was a very hard thing for me to do because she passed away. You know what I mean? And I said it was very hard for me to do that, but when I came to Buffalo, this was really exciting. That my mom and I were the first polka entertainers to be inducted into the Buffalo Music Hall of Fame.
Congratulations.
And that was really an honor. The one in Chicago was an exceptionally honor, but this one was here because it was like Lwowie was the first one for the IPA. My mom and I were the first ones for the Buffalo Music Hall of Fame.
Are there many women in polka? I don't know of anybody.
Well, there's quite a bit of them now, like I said, but nobody really had their own band, like I mentioned to you, wrote their own songs and played a whole job just of their music and with the band, and had, like I said, it's different when they used to come out and they sing a couple songs and they go on the side and they come out again. But here I constantly played. My mom was out there going out to the crowd over there and just giving our hearts out to the people, and the people gave their hearts back to my mom and I, and that's what keeps the music going for me.
And
Believe me.
Is that not only the people, but the renaissance, I think, of celebrating Polish heritage is another reason that the polka music is experiencing the longevity that it's experiencing.
That's it, you know what I mean? The thing is, right now, it's at a little slowdown because, like I mentioned earlier, there aren't too many bands writing their own music anymore. Like there was Lwowie out there, Marian Lush was out there, Blazończyk was out there, Happy Louie was out there, Eddie Zima was out there, my mom and I were out there. At that time, everybody was writing their own music, always coming out with something different, and everybody was in their own style of music. Today, a lot of bands play the same sound, or you could tell by the vocals that they're a different band. You know what I mean? And they don't write their music, they take a lot of country stuff, a lot of rock and roll stuff, and they put it into polkas. So that's your difference today, what's going on today. But a lot of people are hungry for that real Polish music.
Well, it seems that the personalities were as much a part of the music, like Happy Louie, you said?
Happy Louie,
was
yes.
Was he really happy, Stephanie?
Oh, yeah, I think he wasn't even Polish. He was French. You know what I mean? His wife was Polish, but he was French. And I got to tell you something, but he entertained the crowd. He knew how to get them.
So, and you do the same?
Yes, man, my mom did the same in Lwowie. It's a gift. I remember, like Blazończyk said, he said, I don't know what Wanda and Stephanie, I don't know, I can't understand it. You guys are like magnets out there. People just come to you, just like suction cups, you know what I mean? Just come right, bring it right up to you.
And
you know what I mean?
Show. Where can we find your internet show?
On 24/7 Polka Heaven. That's what I do. I'm on 6 days a week, on the show over there, and I'll be advertising this WBBZ on the show that'll be coming up here. And it's on my website already. Got a website, StephanieAPS.com.
What's the website again?
StephanieAPS.com. The APS stands for America's Polka Sweetheart.
Of course. Well,
yes.
You're saving the best for last. Who defined you and your mom as America's Polka Sweetheart?
Joe Feeder from Pennsylvania. Yes. He he hired us at Feeder's Grove. My mom and I in Lwowie broke all the records for anybody ever playing over there to draw the biggest crowds. And he said, Wanda and Stephanie, I name you America's Polka Sweethearts. And that's where I kept the name.
And it's
Yeah.
stuck.